Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for another explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly fascinating framework from our source text, 来自生命禅院 Life Chanwan 导摇雪峰的教诲和著作. That is, the teachings and writings of Xu Feng, the guide of Life Chanyuan. We're going to impartially explore this philosophy, breaking down its really profound concepts into structured, clear steps. If you love understanding how different belief systems map out the human experience, you are definitely going to enjoy this. Today, we're looking at the architecture of what this philosophy calls a pure and beautiful soul. Okay, let's dive into this. Before we even talk about the soul, we literally have to talk about the destination. What does the kingdom of heaven actually look like? Now, according to the source material, you might have absolutely no idea what it's like because you've never been there. Or maybe you did live there once, but through several cycles of transmigration, you've just completely forgotten it. But the text reassures us that this actually doesn't matter, because we still have ways to peek at it right here, right now. So, here's our roadmap for exploring Xu Feng's 20 standards for a pure soul. We'll start by glimpsing the kingdom, explore the pure and beautiful mind, and then climb through our 3 pillars: pillars of character, energy and vitality, and higher spiritual states, before finally concluding with the ultimate payoff. Section 1. Glimpsing the Kingdom. The source text describes the kingdom of heaven in surprisingly tangible terms. It's defined as a deeply joyful and free place. And what's really striking here is the absolute absence of anxiety. There are 0 worries about the basic mechanics of survival, food, clothing, housing, or transportation. There's no fear of birth, illness, old age, or death. And just as importantly, it's a true social utopia. There is absolutely no arguing, no fighting, bullying, oppressing, or hurting anyone else. Everyone just exists in this state of warm harmony. Section 2. The pure and beautiful mind. That utopia sounds incredible, right? But how do we actually achieve it? According to Joy Feng, reaching this state relies entirely on having a pure and beautiful mind. The text argues that when everyone's mind is pure, the very place they live instantly becomes heaven. And this brilliantly illustrates the concept by actually grounding it in our everyday reality. Think about the people you've met in your own life. Some people just naturally bring us to light, joy, happiness, and freedom. The philosophy suggests this is a direct indicator that their souls are pure and fair. On the flip side, people who bring us distress, trouble, anxiety, and pain, well, they're projecting what the text refers to as an ugly soul. This leads us to a super firm bottom line requirement in the teachings. The fact, as the source states, is as clear as a sheet of white paper. Only those who have pure and beautiful minds can go to the kingdom of heaven. Furthermore, we can only truly enjoy these heavenly blessings when we actively choose to stay together with other pure-minded people. So, how do we measure this? Section 3. Pillars of Personal Character. These are the foundational behaviors required to build that pure mind. Let's walk through these foundational traits. Being appreciative is seen as the source of happiness, while praising is the symbol of a truly wealthy mind. Being reverent means having a clear mind that actually knows itself. We're going to look at the 4th trait in just a second, but moving down the list, being honest provides robust comfort to others. Being kind guarantees harmony, and being diligent is your basic guarantee of survival and respect. Now, you might have noticed I skipped number 4, and that was on purpose. I want to spotlight it right here: being trustworthy. The text uses this really beautiful poetic metaphor. It says that a person without trust is entirely unrooted, like floating weeds in clouds. Being trustworthy means you're a reliable, steadfast anchor. In fact, it explicitly notes that without trust, it's hard to even be considered a fully realized person. Section 4. Energy, vitality, and harmony. Okay, once the foundation of character is built, we look at how a pure soul interacts with life's energy in the natural world. Let's define this next set. Being unsophisticated reveals your true, unpolluted nature, like a Buddhist state, while being pure means staying truth-seeking and completely non-hypocritical. Being smart and lively shows a vibrant unity of heaven and humanity, a real love for nature. Clean and neat is the literal portrayal of being civilized and well-bred. Meanwhile, being positive and optimistic is framed as the ultimate symbol of a healthy spirit, and passionate means you are full of vigor, actively engaging in the artistry of life. Now, what's really interesting about this is how the text treats humor and wit. Normally, we just think of being funny as a neat social skill, right? But this philosophy elevates humor to a high spiritual artistry. As the text outlines, it's the life portrait of being skillful, at ease, and totally unrestrained. A pure soul isn't stiff or overly serious. It navigates life with this elegant lightness and wit. Section 5. Achieving higher spiritual states. This is the final pillar, representing a deep, transcendent elevation of consciousness. Being modest reflects a serene, calm, and profound wisdom. Open-minded is this intangible state of reaching a spiritual Pure Land, symbolizing a beautifully bright future. Forgiving stands as the ultimate symbol of a calm, mentally healthy mind, and magnanimous represents a frank, forthright, and radiant elegance in exactly how you carry yourself. Take the 16th trait, selflessness. This features a really fascinating philosophical paradox. The text defines it as a state of asking for nothing, having nothing, yet owning absolutely everything at the exact same time. It's this profound detachment from material desire that actually results in the ultimate, unburdened ownership of the universe around you. And that brings us to the 20th and final trait, gentility and amiability. The source material leans into some incredibly poetic, serene imagery right here. It describes this trait as the catalyst of perfect lives, the yeast that sublimates life, the detergent that washes away weariness, and beautifully, the nourishing womb and the midwife of a happy life. It's the ultimate soothing force of a pure soul. Section 6. The ultimate spiritual payoff. So the crucial point is, why do all this? What's the result of meticulously building these 20 traits into our character? Well, the source outlines this highly logical 3-step progression. Step 1. You cultivate these 20 pure qualities we just discussed. Step 2. By possessing these qualities, you automatically earn the qualification to proceed to the kingdom of heaven. Your future is totally bound to be there. And Step 3. By embodying these traits and critically surrounding yourself with others who do the exact same, delight, joy, freedom, and happiness will flow continuously in your life. And we're going to conclude with this final, really provocative thought drawn straight from the closing lines of Su Feng's text. The philosophy states that only intelligent people know the deep value and profound significance of cultivating these 20 qualities. The foolish won't even bother to try. As we wrap up this explainer, I leave it to you to impartially reflect on this framework. Are these the traits that build a pure soul, and will you strive for them? Thanks so much for exploring this with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.